Now, the thing is for me, when I step into a ministry position or I do anything, the one thing that I really inherited from my dad is you go 100%. I'm not a quitter. So I was in the point, and I was in the state of mind that I'm going to be here, I'm going to keep doing this, Lord, until I die, because that's the only way I'm getting out of ministry. That was my decision, my mentality. Well, I'll tell you what, I think spiritually I was that close. My soul was under such attack and such oppression and such a bad negative environment that it was really affecting me, it was affecting my wife, and it was going to affect my family, and I was forced to make a choice when I had a breakdown. And Melanie said, we need to discuss what the next step is, because you cannot keep going on this way for you, you cannot keep going on this way for us. And it was scary because in this economic time, to step away from a position that had a very nice, secure job with benefits, with a salary, and that's what my ministry had been dumbed down to. I didn't realize it at the time. That was my safety net. It wasn't God. Because my perspective was lost. Do you remember last time I was up here, I spoke about the blind man and how he got his vision back and how his disciples of Jesus regained their perspective on who God actually was and how he worked and how it completely changed from their preconceived notions. Well, I needed that. I didn't know it. And then God took me the last year, almost to the day, from a broken mess, stepping into uncertainty, financially, spiritually, emotionally. And at that time, if you would ask me if I was ever going to get back into ministry, I would have said no, and I would have put a 4-letter adjective in front of that. And here I am, and it's amazing that we've been praying the whole year, Lord, heal me so I can be a husband, heal me, Lord, so I can be a father, heal our family, provide for our family, that we will not sink, but you will hold us up when the waves of life crash against us, Lord. And it took time. And I had these ideas that this is how God's going to work, this is how he's going to bring it about, this is how he's going to fix me in my life. And it was nothing like I could have planned. No. I tried that route. I tried to force myself when I was healthy enough that I desired to be back in ministry, to put myself in the congregations. Okay, I'm going to candidate here, and I would candidate for 4 months, and then I would lose out the position. And I'm like, Lord, what are you doing? Instead of saying, Lord, what should I be doing? And then happenstance, I connected with Derwin. And he said, so did you hear about the job? I said, no, and there's no way I could have. And he brought me to a place of complete humility because it had nothing to do with me for me being here. And the fact that I am blessed, and I speak for my family, we are blessed, the fact that Derwin and Larry have offered to mentor us for a year, to really bless us and protect us to a degree from the rhythms of ministry, from some of the difficulties that come with ministry, and a community that's so welcoming to us. I mean, this is what we've been praying for years, and it's been almost a year to the day. Yep. But I'll tell you one thing, C.S. Lewis has a great quote here. God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pain. It's his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. What that is saying in that quote is, when we are at our weakest, God is at his strongest, and he's doing something, and he's so tangible in my life, when I have nothing more to give, nothing more to offer, his power I can feel, I can experience, and it guides me, and I depend on it each and every day. And it is a megaphone to rouse a deaf world. It's on display, and other people are seeing it. But we get this misconception in the churches sometimes that if you're a follower of Christ, you have to be good because you've got Christ, he's saved you from your sin. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to have hard times. And even as someone who's preached that over and over again, in the last year I became a hypocrite because I was like, Lord, I'm doing what you want. How come you're not following through like it was some sort of earned salvation versus grace given? And he really had to take me back to the basics, saying, okay, well, let's address this. Let me walk with you, because I never promised to keep you from pain, but I promised to always be with you in it. Yes. And he has been. And the one thing I can say with certainty is that in the last year I've learned that Christ is the restorer of my soul. Mm-hmm. Now that's kind of a strange concept, soul, but we use that term so often. That's what I want to get into today, and it's amazing that Derwin started off going through the sermon series on Genesis. Let's go back. Genesis chapter 1. Then God said, let us make mankind in our image and our likeness. So God created mankind in his image. The image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. I love this verse because right then and there, God is saying, Men and women are both created in my image and my likeness, and you bear that. I created you with intention, with purpose, to look like me. And what does that image look like? A lot of times, it can get lost and it can be misinterpreted, or it can be just left subjective for whoever the audience is to pick apart and use it for whatever you think. But I think in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, God really defines what that image looks like. Then the Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground. And you've got this physical being standing before you, something that is existing but isn't alive yet. Physically, there is a body there, but the lights are on, but no one's home. And breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. Isn't it awesome that our Heavenly Father, our daddy, his first interaction with his creation that he's setting apart that's different from a blade of grass, or a cow that eats the blade of grass, or a cow that eats the grass and poops on the grass and becomes manure and makes more grass, right? The thing that is different between us and that is his image. And God's first interaction with humans is a kiss of life. In my opinion, a demonstration of pure love. Investing himself through his Spirit to bring about life from within, not just externally. Because I think too often people get this idea that as long as I'm alive, I'm good. But what is the difference between existing and living? I say there's a big difference. I'd say the biggest difference and the biggest way to get to that is to go through God, because we need it. That he had this physical being he formed, he breathed through his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. This is also echoed in Job 33:4. The Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life. This is not just something that happens once in Scripture. This is echoed throughout. Now, the word for living being comes from the Hebrew word nefesh. And I love this word because it has so many different meanings. So what does it mean to be a living being? God has breathed into me. Okay, what does that look like? And the Spirit of God is working in my life. But what does it mean to be a living being? Well, the word nefesh means a soul. It means a living being, which is the translation word they chose. It means to have life, to understand about yourself, your person, your desire, your passion, your appetite and emotion. The thing that sets us apart, that makes every single person here unique, is because we all have different passions, desires, emotions, and appetites given on any circumstance, right? And God is saying, that is life. Now let me heal you in those ways. Let me breathe life to you in those ways so you're no longer dead. Because there's too many people that are walking around coming to church for answers. And it's just head knowledge. And God's saying, I want to speak to your soul. Amen. I want to bring life to your soul. I don't just want you to believe in me up here and have a great concept and a great theological construct of who God is and how he works, but you have nothing inside and you are dead. That your soul is suffering, that you're quenched of thirst for God. God's saying, I am the living water and the living bread. Let me give you life.
Yes, yes.
God's Spirit imparts the divine image to man. God's Spirit at work gave the image of God to Adam. He was just a living, physical being. And he gave us a soul, making us truly alive, and I would argue for the purpose of living. So how's your soul? You just take a moment to ask yourself, where am I at? How's my life? How are things going? How am I feeling? What are my passions like? What are my desires? What is my appetite for in this world? Do I have a clear understanding of myself, my individuality? Who am I in God's image? How is that impacting me? How is my soul? Let's turn to Ezekiel chapter 37. You follow along with the screen behind me. What's interesting, have you ever thought about the name Ezekiel and what it actually means? It means whom God will strengthen, or God will prevail. You got to think about that, because the book of Ezekiel and the character of Ezekiel finds himself in a very difficult place, doesn't he? Being a prophet of God, being the voice of God, being someone who represents what God's plan and purpose is to bring hope through his voice and through his actions in his life in a time of exile, when people cannot see, feel, or hear God. Their souls are not well. And you are almost single-handedly responsible because God has entrusted you with his gift, with his talent, with his ability. Okay, speak for me, my people. Huh? But even his name, it's not a secret, because God's like, I'm going to give you a name, and this is who you are going to be, this is your identity. I will strengthen. I will win. I will prevail. You're not stuck. You're not dead. I want to see life come in your soul. Ezekiel 37. The hand of the Lord was on me. It's a great way to start. Because if you're ever in a position where you find yourself and your soul is lacking, and you find yourself in a situation that's so hard and so overwhelming, similar to what I experienced the last year and so forth, you really want to know that God's hand is on you. And you want to experience it, because without it, where's your strength? How are you going to stand? How are you going to move? How are you going to connect? And he brought me up by the Spirit of the Lord, and he set me in the middle of a valley, and it was full of bones. He led me back and forth among them, and I saw a great many bones on the floor of the valley, bones that were very dry. And he asked me, Son of man, can these bones live? And he's getting this vision and this understanding of there is a valley full of bones, and not only are they bones, not only was there corpses here, they've been here so long that they're dry. They are completely withdrawn from any sort of moisture, which is one of the essentials for living, right? So what he's seeing is something that is so far dead that it's gone. He's seeing a situation that he's perceiving as hopeless. Just as last time that I spoke, the disciples saw a man who was blind and thought, he deserves this. He's earned this. Why is God cursing him? Was it his fault? Was it his parents' fault? But God's about to do a perspective shift. He's about to do something miraculous to bring life into souls that need breath and the Spirit of God. And if you ask such a question, have you ever been in a position where you're connecting with God against a broken situation, and he asks you something and challenges you? Something that's hard. Can you imagine Ezekiel? He has a great response coming up. But if you're in Ezekiel's shoes, and God's saying, okay, you're seeing all these things, the impossible. I'm asking the impossible. Can this death, which is so far gone that there's no moisture left in the bones that you are seeing, which countless bodies strewn before you, can these bones live? My mind says no. You've brought me here for a purpose. I know. And he gives like a perfect cop-out answer. He gives it back to God, which is great, which is the best answer you can. Sovereign Lord, you alone know. He goes back to the source. The one who created life in the first place was asking him about creation of life. Well, let me think. Adam was formed by you to be made like you, so was Eve. And the way that the actual life came about is you breathed into them and gave them a soul to make them a living being. You're asking about that, so I'm going to put it back to you, Lord. You alone know. I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade. And then God responds. Then he said to me, prophesy, preach to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says to these bones. I will make breath enter you, and you will come to life. I will attach tendons to you, and make flesh come upon you, and cover you with skin. I will put breath in you, and you will come to life. Then you will know that I am the Lord. I love that. This is God doing something where it is completely needed. If there's that many dry bones, it means there's that many people who are dead. And I wonder how many people suffer. And I'm not asking for participation, so don't raise your hand, you don't have to acknowledge. Have you ever thought about your soul, going back to it? You ever wondered why depression is so crippling? Because it attacks your very soul. It takes away your emotions, your appetites, your desires, your passions. They are gone. And we are so disconnected from God because of that. We're disconnected with ourselves. We're disconnected from others because our whole idea of ourselves is completely strewn and destroyed. And God is saying, I will breathe life into you. I want to bring you to life. I want to build you up. I don't want to hurt you. I have no plans to destroy you or leave you here. In fact, even if it's something that you brought upon yourself, I want to breathe into you and bring life. Preach. That's what Ezekiel's supposed to do. He's supposed to hear what God is telling him, and he's supposed to proclaim it. Now, that is something I want to do because I speak from experience. I'm not speaking from some elevated state of life, and I'm so much better, I'm so beyond that. No! I still have my bad days. Real low. But I also speak from experience of what God can do, what he has done in my life. My responsibility, much like Ezekiel's, is to share that One of the most powerful things we have is our stories in life. Where you've come from, where God has led you from A to B. The journey in between is nothing like you could ever see. But when you get to the end and you look back, and hindsight's always 20/20, God was there moving in powerful ways. Preach, share. And it's not just for us in the church on Sunday mornings. For people in the world. If you looked at our world, it's dying.
Yeah.
It's dead. It's hurting. It's crying out and searching for something to bring life, to fill in our soul holes in our body, our existence. Fill it with sex, you fill it with drugs, you fill it with whatever, and it gives you that temporary high because, oh, the endorphins are good. I'm happy, and then you're right back in the boat. But God's saying, I want to breathe life, not temporary pleasure. I want to bring life to your existence. Isn't that exactly what Jesus came to do? Now, I'm dating myself a little bit here in my, excuse the term, my millennial generation. Yeah, I know you don't like that's why I said it. There was a musician in the early 2000s. Her name is Amy Lee. She's still around. She had this one song, and it echoes the very same sentiment. This is not something new. This is not something that's just confined to the church, but even in the world, there's people who are speaking out on behalf of generations, almost being prophets for their own people, saying there's something missing. And the words of the song are as follows: how can you see into my eyes like open doors, leading you down into my core, where I've become so numb without a soul? My spirit's sleeping somewhere cold until you find it there and lead me back home. Wake me up inside, save me, call my name and save me from the dark. Breathe into me and make me real, bring me life. That is my prayer, that is my call for this church, for myself, for my family, for my generation, and all generations, in our city, in our province, in our country. There is an entire group of people who need to be woken up, to be brought out of the grave by Jesus Christ and set alive and set apart.
Yes. Amen.
So Ezekiel in verse 7 does as he's told. And I wonder what his state of mind is, because this is some freaky stuff, you know. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I was prophesying, there was a noise. Something's happening. A rattling sound, and the bones came together, bone to bone. And I looked, and tendons and flesh appeared on them, and skin covered them, but there was no breath in them. It was just like being back in the garden. There's people standing there that are empty, they are existing, but they are not alive. And it's funny how this echoes again, because when Jesus took the blind man, he saw him from afar. When the blind man couldn't see Jesus, he met him where he was at. He took him by the hand, and he led him to a place he couldn't go on his own because he was blind. And Jesus led him out of the village to a place he'd probably never been, to be intimate, to be connected. And Jesus spat in the man's eyes with mud. Again, I wouldn't recommend that if you're praying for someone. I can just imagine Jesus working this guy. Huh? What does that sound? And then it hits him. He's like, oh, praise Jesus, you know? Boogers and snot. So it's holy, it's nice, it's different, set apart, hallelujah. But Jesus heals him, and he says, what do you see? And he says, I see people walking around like trees. And then Jesus again puts his hands on him, and he said that he could see clearly. Again, I argue that wasn't a mistake by Christ, but Jesus was making a point with the blind man's blindness to speak to the disciples who actually saw this guy as deserving of it. Saying, I don't just want you to see, I want you to see clearly. I don't just want you to exist, I want you to live.
Yes. Amen.
Verse 9 says, then he said to me, prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, Son of Man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says. And the authority is not coming from Ezekiel. It is God speaking to him. Do this. Say this. Which is great, because in my opinion, this is idiot-proof, which works for me. That's how I pray. Lord, if you're going to open up a door, make it idiot-proof. Make it so I can't help but see that as the only option that you want, because I make stupid choices. My motives can get corrupted. My desires, my passions, my appetites, my soul is not above reproach all the time. I need you to guide me. That's exactly what God is doing, because Ezekiel is completely out of his element, his comfort zone right now. But all he's been charged with so far is to preach. God is doing the work. This isn't a burden that we have to carry to make happen. This is what God is doing through his sole person who's willing. Prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, Son of Man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Come, breathe from the four winds and breathe into these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and breath entered them, and they came to life and stood up on their feet, a vast army. Did you know that I'm not even sure if Ezekiel, nobody was looking at him. It doesn't specify whether he's looking at the bones of a great army that once stood for God and was brought down and needed God to revive. He just saw bones. He saw death. God saw something completely different. His perspective is beyond that. He's saying, I see potential. I see value. I see hope. I see an army. And it's amazing when you hear stories of people that come to Christ and their backgrounds are so skewed and so screwed up, and they've done such horrible things, and then Jesus enters their life and changes them. Their stories become powerful because now they are set on fire for God, and they've got a ministry that you and I could probably never do because of those background experiences. He's bringing life to set them with a purpose. Go do what you were made to do. I'm not just bringing you to life, I'm giving you purpose. How's your soul? Verse 11 says, Then he said to me, Son of man, these bones are the people of Israel. They say, our bones are dried up and our hope is gone. We are cut off. How many times do we feel like that? On a daily basis, on a weekly basis? How many times do we have family members and friends that are cut off, that are completely in trouble, that are seeking for life and they can't find it? They've exhausted all avenues, and now depression seems to set in. Their souls are empty and burdened and hurting. How many people do we know? Then you, my people, will know that I am the Lord when I open your graves and bring you up from them. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land, and you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done it, declares the Lord. I will put my spirit in you, and you will live. I receive that. I own that. Lord, I need it. We need it. This world needs it. We need your spirit. We need to live. We need to be set apart, to be given life, to be given purpose so we can march, to be connected with you, to be made alive and no longer simply exist. And I will settle you. I highlighted just that part. It says, I will settle you in your own land. Bex has got her first cold. I mean, she's over 9 months, so we've avoided sickness with her up until this point. And it's amazing because when I understand and I read this, I will settle you. My first thought goes to Melody and her ministry in discipling our child in that way. Because when Bex is upset, she don't want Dad. You know with Jackson, I'm sure. Dad, and the thing is, it's hard as a dad. It's like, I'm going to fix it because as men we want to fix things. Our kid knows better. No. I'm going to the one who's going to give me life who has the milk for me to survive. I'm going to mom. There's a sermon right there in that too, I'm sure. But last night even, the first time that Bex is sleeping and she's got this stuffed nose and she doesn't know how to breathe through her mouth all that well, I woke up about 6 times and I just woke up. Melody took care of the situation because Bex wanted her, and it was the first time she slept in her bed for a long time. And I woke up and I was laughing because just as Melody's about to settle her, I hear and when you're in a deep sleep and you're dreaming and that song track kind of comes through, you're like, and then I woke up and I'm like, what is that? And it just was this horrible sound. I just want to call out the name of Jesus. I thought we were under a demonic attack or something. And it's Bex. And I start laughing. And I'm on my right side, so my back is facing Melody and Bex. And Bex is right here in the nook of Melody's arm. And I said, do you hear that? And I'm laughing. She's in my face. Of course I hear that. But this is kind of the understanding that even if we're snotty and we're inconvenienced, God's going to set us in a place where we need to be. Yes. so that we can continue to live, so we can live with a purpose. He's not just going to bring us to life and leave us to our own devices. I'm giving you life through my Spirit, which is my promise, and I will settle you in the place you need to be. And then you will know that I have spoken and I have done it. It has nothing to do with you other than your willingness to receive me to do it for you in your life. The Spirit of the living God breathes into us so we will become alive to live with purpose, no longer so Jesus. Lord God, I just pray that you open up the graves in our life, Lord, the hearts of our souls that are dead. From time to time, Lord God, that you revive us and pour out your Spirit into us and set us apart for something new, something beyond us, Lord God. Purpose. And we may be living beings bearing your image and your likeness. That the work of Christ may be seen and evident in our life, Lord God, through that brokenness as a trumpet sound to a deaf world. That they cannot help but take this. That our stories will bear weight. That our faith will be more than just head knowledge of religion, but experienced encounters supernaturally with the God that's so beyond us, but loves us so much. Let us prophesy to a dying world words of life. I'd like to call the worship team forward as I close in one prayer. And I want you to think about the words of the songs that we're going to sing to close here. It's powerful. And we need our graves to be open in our lives. So Lord, place your hand upon us like you did Ezekiel. Lead us to and show us difficult and impossible circumstances, Lord, of dry bones and death and decay. Breathe life into us through your Spirit. Restore our souls so we may live and prophesy over a dying world. Lord God, and let the words of life pour through us, and let us speak of Jesus Christ, the giver of life. Lord, supernaturally restore us in others, that we may be remade in your image and your likeness. We set apart the purposes you had for us, being the time in Jesus' name. Amen.
We are one with